What if Shmi Skywalker was a Jedi but still gave birth to Anakin Skywalker and Anakin still fell in love with Padmé? The expansive Star Wars universe has captivated audiences for decades, primarily due to its rich lore and multifaceted characters. One poignant character whose story often warrants deeper exploration is Shmi Skywalker, the mother of Anakin Skywalker. In George Lucas's saga, Shmi is portrayed primarily as a humble slave and a dutiful mother, but what if she had been a Jedi? How would this twist of fate change the narrative surrounding Anakin's destiny, Padmé Amidala, and the galaxy at large? Shmi Skywalker was raised in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant before being assigned to a peaceful mission on Tatooine, where she eventually found herself pregnant with Anakin. As a Jedi, Shmi would have been deeply connected to the Force, and her extraordinary ability would have played a crucial role in her upbringing of Anakin. Although still a young mother, she might have harnessed the power of the light side to guide her son, instilling in him the values of compassion, selflessness, and discipline that are foundational to Jedi philosophy. The possibility of Shmi being a Jedi introduces an exciting dynamic to Anakin's childhood. Instead of growing up in a harsh environment, Anakin would have access to lessons about the Force from a young age. He would learn not just about the mystical aspects of the Jedi, but also about responsibility and the moral weight of wielding such power. This upbringing could potentially steer him towards a more balanced and stable path rather than the tumultuous journey he ultimately undertook. With Shmi as a Jedi, Anakin's connection to the Force would be nurtured more intentionally. During his formative years, instead of the desperation and urgency that stemmed from being a slave, Anakin could train in the ways of the Jedi from his mother. He would still likely excel, perhaps even being recognized as the chosen one earlier, alongside Ahsoka Tano or other younglings. His Force sensitivity would be honed, using the teachings of the Jedi to navigate the trials of adolescence. Despite the advantages of this upbringing, Anakin would still face the challenges of adolescence and identity. The emotional aspects of falling in love with Padmé Amidala would remain a pivotal narrative element. Anakin's profound feelings for Padmé would still brew, leading to a clandestine romance, albeit with Shmi's guidance on the nature of love and attachment, themes that are often at odds with the Jedi Code. The romance between Anakin and Padmé could evolve differently under Shmi's influence. Instead of being driven by desperation and secrecy, their relationship might blossom in a more supportive environment. Shmi could encourage Anakin to express his feelings, but also caution him about the complexities of love in the life of a Jedi. Anakin's emotional maturity may lend itself to a deeper understanding of his relationship with Padmé. Their love story might feature more unity, openness, and acceptance of their chosen paths. This heightens the instance in which Padmé becomes pregnant. Rather than being a secret to guard fiercely, it could trigger an open discussion about the future, the possibilities of love, and the implications for Anakin's Jedi path. The central conflict remains the same. A Jedi's attachment to loved ones can lead to a harrowing journey into the shadow of the dark side. While Shmi's guidance could foster a healthier attachment style in Anakin, the Jedi Council remains strict about attachment and love. This tension could still lead to the very real possibility of Anakin feeling torn between duty and love. Should Anakin still fall prey to the manipulative machinations of Palpatine, he might wrestle with the emotional turmoil of his attachments, including Padmé. The tragic irony of loving someone so deeply, yet feeling that love compromises his duties as a Jedi, could be a deeper internal conflict born from Shmi's teachings of duty versus desire. In this reimagined universe, while Anakin could still be faced with the seduction of the dark side, Shmi's empowerment as a Jedi might equip him with an arsenal of coping techniques. Perhaps Anakin would lean on Padmé and Shmi during his struggles, rather than isolating himself. The path to redemption could become more complex yet easier to comprehend. The presence of a Jedi Shmi would ripple through the galaxy, a well-connected Force-sensitive lineage that perhaps challenges the very fabric of the Jedi Order itself. Shmi's insights could influence increasingly progressive views on attachment, love, and familial bonds within the Jedi community, possibly paving the way for a future where Jedi are encouraged to embrace their humanity rather than suppress it. Shmi Skywalker as a Jedi adds rich layers to the Star Wars narrative. The implications for Anakin's character development, his relationship with Padmé, and the wider conflict with the Force create a captivating alternate timeline. In this universe, Shmi would not merely be a victim of circumstance but a powerful figure in her own right, nurturing the Chosen One into a more harmonious existence, challenging the dogma of the Jedi, and potentially shifting the course of galactic history itself. The ripple effects of this simple change expose the nuances of destiny and the eternal tug-of-war between the light and dark sides of the Force.